Fans, thanks for joining us. Steve Carino and Kevin Kelly with your Global Wars post-game wrap-up. Steve, we could talk all night about this crowd. We could talk all night about the in-ring competition. We could talk all night about the presentation on Ustream and the fans on Twitter going wild with how everything was great. But we can also talk all night about 7 days from now, War of the Worlds. What's your takeaway from tonight here in Toronto?
I was not only proud to be a member of Ring of Honor, I was proud to be a Canadian. The fans were just electric all night. And Ring of Honor fans, you need to applaud yourself. And if you're watching on Ustream, you needed to applaud yourself because your energy brought out the best of New Japan and Ring of Honor in 1 week away from Hammerstein Ballroom. I think it's just going to be even more electric if it can be. Oh, there is a lot that we could talk about.
There is a lot we can talk about. We can talk about the fact that Adam Cole is still the Ring of Honor World Champion, surviving Kevin Steen. And a little bit of help from Michael Bennett, at least we thought, but when it was all said and done, Cole gets the win. Steen not a two-time champion. Cole goes to New York and now defends the title against a legend. Against
Jushin Thunder Liger. We had talked about it on the iPay-per-view. 1989, Jushin Thunder Liger became Jushin Thunder Liger. 1989, our Ring of Honor World Champion was born. This is two generations meeting for the ROH World Championship. What about the IWGP Heavyweight title?
With the moment that we saw as AJ Styles and Michael Elgin got face-to-face in the ring, it really, the focus and the calm that surrounds Elgin, I think really he knows he can beat AJ Styles. And in 1 week's time, his lifelong dream to become that champion in Japan, I think, is going to come true. I think he's going to win.
I 100% agree with you. Michael Elgin's time is coming, and I think it's coming right at New York.
Also, we've got Red Dragon now and the Young Bucks for the Ring of Honor World title. They're still talking about that amazing IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title match that went on right before intermission, from start to finish, with Cedric Alexander's win over Roderick Strong, and then of course what the Decade did to him afterward. Cedric could be on the shelf for a while.
Yeah, and we saw the doctors were taking care of him, and we had heard that his shoulder had popped out during it, but what the Decade did tonight was, I've done a lot of bad things in my 20 years, but what they did tonight was pretty awful.
How bad does Michael Bennett want to beat Tanahashi? How bad does Michael Bennett want to beat Tanahashi? He sacrificed his own fiancée. Said, this is how bad we want to beat Tanahashi. And we'll see what happens in 1 week time. 1 week from now, Tanahashi and Michael Bennett. It's all just part of this next week and this whole celebration of Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling as we gear up for War of the Worlds.
And you said it, Ring of Honor and New Japan. In 1 week time, it's Ring of Honor versus New Japan.
We will see everybody in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom. It is sold out, but you can see it on Ustream. Go to ROHWrestling.com for all the information about how you can be part of the pay-per-view experience. War of the Worlds. For Steve, I'm Kevin. We'll see you in New York City.